Hello, geometry students. Today we're going to talk about the area and circumference formulas for a circle. The area formula, if you can recall, for a circle is just A is equal to pi r squared. R is the radius. Pi is an irrational number that goes on forever. That's why we use the symbol pi. And then the circumference, which is the outside of the circle, is equal to 2 pi r. So in both of these formulas, we have to use the radius. Sometimes they'll give us the diameter, and we'll have to find the radius to plug it into the formula. Keeping in mind that the area, when we talk about the area, we're talking about the inside of the circle. When we're talking about the circumference, we're talking about the outside of the circle. The directions say to find the area for circles 1 through 4 and the circumference for circles 5 through 8. I will do 1 and 2 and 5 and 6. So for number 1, I know that area is equal to pi r squared. The radius on number 1 is 12. That will be plugged in for r. And so I end up with pi times 12. But it's not really just 12, it's 12 meters squared. And so what happens is when I work this out, I know that 12 squared is 144. And pi just drops down, so I have pi times 144 meters squared. The better way to write that is 144 pi meters squared. That would be considered my exact area of that circle. However, sometimes they want you to find the approximation, which would be 144 times pi, but pi goes on forever. So a lot of times we can do 144 times 3.14 if you don't have pi in your calculator, and that would give me approximately 452.39 meters squared. Either one of these answers will be good. The first answer is exact and the second answer is approximate. For number 2, similar idea, except for they give me the diameter. So I know that the radius has to be 9 inches. If the diameter is 18, I can just divide that by 2 to get the radius. So then I would have A equals pi r squared. And r is 9, and 9 squared is 81. So this is the same thing as 81 pi. I don't want to forget the inches squared though, because that's part of my units. So I end up with 81 pi inches squared. That's my exact answer. My approximate answer is when I do 81 times 3.14, and I end up with 254.47 inches squared. That's my approximate answer. Now we can take a look at number 5. For number 5, I'll be finding the circumference. The circumference formula is 2 pi r. So I have 2 times pi times r. The radius in this case is 7 millimeters. And when I do this, I really multiply the 2 times the 7, and that is 14. And then the pi just kind of drops down. So I would have 14 pi millimeters. That would be considered the circumference. I didn't square anything. That's why my units would stay millimeters. That's the exact. The approximate would be 14 times 3.14, where pi is being replaced with 3.14. That will give me my approximate answer, which in this case is about 43.98 millimeters. I'm going to now do number 7 because they give me the diameter. So I'm going to do 5 and 7 instead of 5 and 6. So for number 7, same idea. I'm going to have C equals 2 pi r, except for that's the diameter because that's the whole thing. And I want the radius. So I need to divide 58 by 2. So for the radius, I'm going to do 58 divided by 2. And that's 29. So 29 is my radius. So I'm going to have 2 times pi times 29. And then I'll multiply 2 times 29, which is 58. And then the pi just drops down. That's my exact answer. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the yards. Don't forget your units like I just did. That would be 58 pi yards. Or for the approximate, I can do 58 times 3.14, and that would be approximately 182.21 yards. So that's my approximate answer. And then 58 pi would be my exact. Also, there's a shortcut. Circumference is the same thing as pi times d. If they give you the diameter, you can just plug the diameter in for d right there. I hope that the notes help you to understand how to find the area and the circumference. Please email me if you have any questions, and we can arrange a Google Meet if needed. Have a good day. Bye.